What up, time vapors? How you guys doing this evening? So I'm back here again for another review. It's more of a general knowledge video. Basically what it's about is I got a couple of comments, a couple of people getting hold of me, letting me know, they've watched my videos and give me some general ideas of what they'd like to see. So we're gonna reach out to more of the newer vapors today. And what he was asking of me is, could I show a general information about some tanks, whether it be subohm tanks, Rdta tanks, Rdta tanks, Rdsa tanks, the squonk ones. So I thought, well, that's a cool one. I've got a general selection of a few, good and bad and indifferent. So I said, yeah, what I'll do is I'll put a video together. So this one might drag out a little bit. So the whole idea of the video is going to be giving you guys a bit of an insight as to some tanks, rough price ranges. I'm not going to give you a bang on price range on them. Obviously I'll try and leave some links in the description below as to where you can check some of this stuff out if you want to go and buy them. I'm going to have some mods in the review too, but they're not really the purpose of the review. The review is all about the tanks, different styles of tanks and stuff, kind of vaping ranges, like the wattage ranges, what I use them at, or what they're said to be good at. So from that, yeah, I'll go through a few. Like, I'm running the Dovpo potentiometer right now with a Cleito 120 on, so I'll let you guys know a bit about that one just now. But what I was going to do is I was going to get close to them so you can actually see them up close, and I've got juice in them all as far as I know, and I'll let you know what juice is, because I've got a little bit of a, I do a bit of DIY, so it's going to be a mix and blend, mostly about tanks, but I'm going to try and spread this out a little bit with a little bit of stuff, mostly the tank part though. And also, just so you guys know, what I'm running today, as you can see by the band and stuff, is I am Groot. Just a basic digital display with a nice picture on it, so it's like a photo watch. One of the artists on the site made, which is pretty cool. I believe the artist's name is Gary Dale. Shout out to you, Gary. Hope you don't mind me putting you in the video there, man. I had to show your watch face, so I wanted to say your name, that you made that one. But as I say, it looks pretty cool on the Gear S3 there, rocking the reddish orange band. It's not quite orange, not quite red. It's kind of middle of the road, but it suits that watch face pretty damn good, I think. So that's what I'm running on today for my watch face. So without any further hiccups or ados or words, I'm starting to trip on my words right now. So here, there, back and forth, roundabout we go. But anyway, we're going to turn it around. Anyway, woo, or what? I don't fucking know. But yeah, so we'll go around and we'll take a look at these tanks, and I'll show you guys some of these. Hopefully the guys that mentioned that they wanted to see them, it's going to give them some insight. It's more for the newer vapor, as I say, but some of you advanced vapors, medium vapors and so on, you probably look at these and say, yeah, I use that or not. Leave some comments, the ones you use, the ones you feel are better. These are just the general ones that I have. These are the ones that I kind of use, and there's some here that I don't like and I fucking hate. So without any other hiccups or says, you know what? Time for the review. So hey guys, I was going to turn around and get close to it, but I'm having issues with video and it's fucking around, whatever. So just to get the video put together, it's going to take a little bit anyway. I'm just going to do it this way and not mess around with the camera. I'll figure it out another time. So let's get going on this. So the first one I'm going to show you is just a basic tank. It's a subohm tank. I'll show you some subohms first. I'll try and go through them. Then I'll progress on as you would if you was vaping, kind of thing. Like if you was going into a vape store and talking to a guy, or going to a guy that's been vaping for a while. I feel this would be the way he'd go with you first, just so you could feel your feet and know which would be best for you, what would fit your needs. Because as I say, what's cool about vaping is it's customizable to you as to what you feel you want, what wattage you want to vape at, what heat you want off your vape. If you want more flavor, more clouds, you know the scoop, you know how it goes. Yeah, so I'll start with the sub-ohms, then we'll work through them. I won't go too deep or into too much detail. I just kind of run through them. If there's any comments or questions afterwards, like, you know, once you've watched the video and you want to know a bit more about specifics, leave a comment below and I'll get back to you on that specific field, if that makes sense. Let's try and make a bit of sense out of this stuff. So the first off, I got this tank. It was in the starter kit for Vaporesso Revenger X kit, and this is the tank right here. This is the NRG tank that Vaporesso makes, and it comes on a starter kit. So I've got the iridescent mod to go with this. Came as a complete package, but I did have a blue version of this as well, and I bought an extra tank on its own. So I'll go through the specs and then I'll tell you what kind of comes with the tank on its own, and I'll give you the kind of price point for the tank itself without the kit as well, because the kit runs around about $70, $80 for the complete package, mod, tank and everything. But this is all about basically the tanks, right? So with this tank, obviously the NRG, it's got the 810 drip tip, just a standard black one right in there. But some of these, why I'm showing you inside it, because some of these did come with a splash guard in there that was already pre-built into them, and just from my own personal preference, and there's a few other people I've seen, that splash guard doesn't work that well, because obviously when it spits up, the juice stays on that splash guard, like stays on the top of it, so when you hit it again, it seems to hit you harder in your mouth and you actually get worse splash than if you didn't have that. So I won't use the splash guard one. But yeah, so you get the 810 drip tip on the top of the tank. So you get the tank, it comes with the, let's get my pointy stick right here. Pointy stick. So the tank right here, so you can see it easier, is a 5mm capacity, right? It comes with the coil inside that you can see right there, the Vaporesso coil, right? And that's the GT4 coil, right? Basically that's got obviously the 4 ports on the top, and it's dual build, so it's like eight in total. But it's got like the 4 and then it's doubled up underneath. So you got the 4 port holes around it, that's why it's the GT4. Basically with this, yeah, 5mm. It comes with the bottom airflow around the sides, dual airflow. So wherever you slot it, it locks, and it locks back the other way. It's got a standard 510 screw thread that's solid, won't move. That's it, it's in, and it's got the insulation around it, so you can actually put this on a mech if you need to or you want to, but just be careful of the wattage and the resistance, right? But anyway, we're just talking about the tank. So the tank's 5mm, it's got the 810 drip tip that slots in the top, it's got the airflow on the bottom, 5mm capacity. Basically the other thing I was going to show you too is how you open it up. On the top of the lip right there, I'm trying to show you, right here, see that arrow? I'll bring it in a bit closer, a bit easier. Right there, the arrow. So what you do with that arrow is you have it by your thumb and you push, and as you push it opens up the top and allows you to fill in this kidney slot right here, okay? And then basically you just slot it back closed like so, okay? Get rid of that. That's basically the tank in itself. So with the tank, when you buy one on its own, the tank will come as a complete unit like this with a drip tip. You won't get a spare, but it comes as is. It'll come with the GT4 coil in it, pre-installed, a GT8 coil in the box, and it'll also come with spare gaskets, like seals, and yeah, basically, and it'll come with a spare glass. And that tank on its own, to buy it, is around about $40 Canadian to buy a tank. So this one runs, and the coil's in here. I vape about 10 mils a day, somewhere in there, and a coil in here lasts around about 2 weeks. And a pack of 3 comes to about $20 Canadian. So that's what, 2, 4, 6 weeks worth of coils in a pack, you know, for 20 bucks. But you get 2 in here already, so there's 4 weeks. Then you buy another pack, there's 10 weeks worth, you know what I mean? So for $20 it's very cost effective, really good to go. So that's that tank. So I don't want to go too deep, as I say, because it's going to run on quite quick. I'll run through a couple. This time it looks like I'm, you know, just in that one, I'm doing a lot of talking on it. So the next one is just another simple one. We all know about smoke, whether it's SMOK, smoke, SMOK, smack, smoke, whatever it is. I think it's smoke from SMOK Tech. But yeah, so their tank is the TF-V8 Baby Beast. This one comes on like the Alien 220 mod. And yeah, basically they have their own style of coil, the Q4, Q6, Q10, Prince V12 and all the rest. This is the TF-V8 tank. And yeah, again, it's got the dual airflow slots on the bottom, one there and one there. And it does lock in place, see, it locks both on and off. And yeah, again, with this one, the problem I had with this is a 3 to 3.5 mil tank. And it comes similar to the other ones. Basically, any tank you buy will come with a spare glass, spare gaskets, and a spare coil. That's pretty much what you get in a standard when you buy just the tank on its own. And again, it's roughly about the same price, about 30 bucks for the tank, 35 Canadian. If I'm saying anything wrong, guys, just leave a comment, let me know. But I believe it's about that cost. I'm not really roughly going into too much cost, just about the tanks. But with that one too, the problem I had, guys, with the smoke is I hate the coil. For the TF-V8, I hated the coil. Every time I vaped on it, it tasted like fucking cotton. Like I got a bit of flavour, and I had like lemon in there, which is a really strong flavour, and I got a cotton flavour out of it. People said that with the coils, even though I wicked it right, you know, you put juice around the coil and stuff and leave it there and wick it, I still got cotton flavour. And people said that you have to play around with them, you have to poke the fucking, see on the sides how it's got the like little wick slots? They said you have to poke around in there and fluff up the cotton because it's too tight. You shouldn't have to do that. I don't give a fuck who you are. If it's new, it's set, it should be a case of screw it in, put the juice in, wick it right and vape it. That's how I look at it, right? But that wasn't the case. So a top tip for you guys, that's why I like the NRG tank, and that's why I showed you that first. Because with this one, inside there, if you look, that's a Vaporesso coil. Yes, it fits. So if you're not happy, you can buy one of these tanks, these smoke tanks, the TF-V8. It's great on flavour and it's great on vapour. And it's a 3.5 mil, so you don't have to go full tilt with a 5 mil, 6, 8 mil. If you're just starting out, 3.5 mils is all you damn well need for a day. Easy. You shouldn't be able to get through that. So yeah, if you don't like it, buy the tank. Don't like the coils like I didn't. That's subjective, whether you do or not, it's up to you. I didn't. I changed it out, and I know that the Vaporesso coils fit, the GT coils. So you can buy a pack of those coils for the NRG, have one of these, and you can use one of the coils in this too. So there's a bit more cost effective price saving. Price point, right? So that's good too. And yeah, I get really good flavour and everything out of that now that I've changed it. And this one's only the 510 drip tip on it, see, so it's a smaller drip tip, it's a smaller tank obviously and everything like that. Really good tank. Oh, nearly forgot. So yeah, that's how the drip tip comes out, just a little small baby little tip out of the top, slots in. And how you do this top is it locks in place. I don't know if you can see that right there, it's hard on here, but it locks in place. So what you do is you push down and spin. See how that does, and it locks into place. So you spin it round, and again it's got the kidney slot at the bottom right there. See that kidney slot right here? Don't put it in the middle, that's your chimney. That'll taste like shit, and it'll go into your throat and you get juice all in your mouth, and that won't be good. So the kidney slot, that one right there, that smaller one, could have been made a bit bigger to get the drippers in. Like unicorn bottles work well. The unicorns have got the point on them if you're not sure. But the dripper bottles, the ones like this dinner lady. See, it's got the dripper ones with the tubes, the glass tubes. You'll find they get pretty tricky to get into those tight tanks like that. So just be aware of that one too. So when you're buying tanks, you may want to look at what juices you've got, what kind of bottles you're using. Or you may have to get like a syringe, and then you have to mess around a bit more. I'm trying to show you all the way through how you can use them, you know, so you may have to adapt and buy a needle or something, a syringe, to be able to suck the juice out and put it in. You may have to do that sometimes. But that's that one, that's the Baby Beast. Now, From there, we're going to another one. This is a new breed, this one. I'll show you the box here. Oh, right here. So it's called Henkling or Hinkling or Henkeling or whatever the fuck it's called. And it's a Q tank. It's a newer one that came out. I was looking for another tank, you know, to do a review on and stuff like that, and I got convinced to buy this one. This one's weird because it's a dual tank, so you can put two juices in, 2.5 mil per side, and it's supposed to have the airflow slot round the bottom here. I'm not going to piss around too much with it. And at the bottom, it's got a twisty bottom. See how the bottom twists? So what that's supposed to do is twist it to turn it to one tank, twist it to turn it to the second tank, or twist it to have both tanks. So you can vape the one juice, vape the other juice, or vape both. I thought, oh, that'd be a cool idea. Mark's thinking, hey, I do vape 2 juices in a day. How cool is that to have them in there? It sucks. I fucking hate it. I really hate it. I don't get good vape on it no matter what I do, and I'll show you why. See, it's got this big protruding damn drip tip right here. You pop that bad boy off, see, it comes out as a big one. So basically, that's the only drip tip you can put in there for one. There's a con. Secondly, if you look in there, it's got 2 big damn holes, and that's your problem. Most tanks come with a hole in the middle. So when you're vaping, it goes directly in the center of your mouth, and that's where you get the flavor. This one, it sucks because it's vaping on either side. So just think, when you're vaping on this side, the airflow, when you're vaping, you can feel it going through the one side of your mouth. The other side's left naked. So you're getting like your flavor, nothing. And same as the other side, you get the flavor coming through this side, then nothing. And then both, then you get them through and you just get a mix of fucking mess in your mouth. And yeah, no. Other one as well, the con, that isn't glass. That's plastic. It's got a plastic divide in the middle. And I tell you now, I took this apart down here and I ain't gonna do it, but it's, no. Waste of money. 60 bucks. What a waste of fucking money. Worst investment I made. Worst investment. But hey, I did the investment so you don't have to. How about that? But going onto a big tank like that, I've showed you a medium-sized tank, the 5 mil. Showed you a smaller tank, 3.5 mil. Showed you that piece of shit. That was pretty big. I'll show you a big tank. So remember this one? This is the SMOK TFV8 Baby Beast. Meet its bigger brother, the TFV12 Cloud Beast King. Fuck the prince, the queen, the aunt, the uncle, and the mother and father. We've now got the king right here. Look at the size of that bad boy. This one holds 7 mils of juice. 3.5, 7 mil. So again, guys, I'm just giving you the rundown from new vapors to even people that probably don't know much about them. Yeah, this one's a big boy. Now, as to the wattage, sorry, that small one, I didn't give you the wattage on that. That one again is like, it's the Vaporesso coil in there, right? So it's the same as the NRG tank. It was a 30 to 70 was the wattage range. 45 to 60 best range. The best range is the range they suggest is the best to vape it in. You can go to the other parameters, but you stay in that middle, you should get the best flavor in that out of that coil. So that's what that one was. I'm not sure what the smoke one was. I didn't even care. I didn't like the flavor, so obviously to me it didn't matter what you was vaping on. It fucking sucked. Alright, but yeah, look at that one, guys. So yeah, again, it's got your regular 810 drip tip. I actually picked up some nice resin ones. See, I got a nice bluish resin one right there. And the reason you get a resin tip compared to the regular tips you get there is they stay cooler. So if you're vaping a lot, especially with a tank like this, I'll tell you about it in a sec, but you're vaping on a tank like this, or you're vaping quite a bit, you need a tip that's going to stay cooler, because you don't, you're going to start getting burnt lips. So it's ideal to get some nice resin tips. This one again, it's got the same locking mechanism as the Baby Beast. It pushes down, locks out. Hold on, I've got to try and fucking figure it out. There you go. So yeah, you push it down and open it out. And it's got your big kidney slot down here to fill it up in. you know, and then you push it down and lock it in again, and it locks in place. Yeah, so it's a 7mm capacity. It's got the dual airflow, one there and one there. Problem is though, is that doesn't have a lock, so it just keeps spinning. It's pretty loose too, but I haven't noticed it moving when I've set it in place. It stays in place, so it's not bad, but it is really loose. But it hasn't got a locking mechanism on it, so it does spin too much. But I mean, it's a really nice tank. It's got a lot of fill up on it. These coils are huge. So when you buy the tank, I actually have one right here. One in the box right here. One of these bad boys. And it comes with 3 coils. It already comes with the one. Let's have a look at the one. Comes with this one already pre-built in. And it comes with these other 2. Now the one that's pre-built in, it ramps the wattage range on this, guys. Are you ready? This is crazy. Hang on. Look at the size of it and just think about that for a second. Wattage range on that from 90 to 350 watts. There's not many mods out there that go to 300 watts, never alone 350. So them are the outside parameters. The wattage range on it they recommend is between what was it? It's between about 90 to about 150 watts best range to vape on this. So I might have been wrong on the first one. Hang on. I think I messed it up on the first one. Yeah, it's not telling me right there. But yeah, but I think it's a bit lower. I think it's like about 80 to 350, somewhere in there. But the best range is 90 to 150. This one vapes like a champ. And you get cloudage on it, that's why it's called the Cloud Beast. So if you want to fill a room up with some vape, this is the tank for it. This one here, I managed to pick up, not a bad deal. I think it was like about $35 Canadian. And it came as complete kit with a regular black down tip. It came with a whole setup, and it comes with extra gaskets and extra glass, and it comes with those 2 extra coils. As I say, that's the package right there. Comes with the extra coils in there. So that weren't a bad deal. And that's the Cloud Beast King TF V12 Cloud Beast King, see? So yeah, that's a good one if you want to go up a range. So start with a small one and probably grab one of them, you know, and then see how that works. And then if that's good and you want a bit more, then you go up to a bit more. But again, don't be buying something like that if you're not vaping at a higher wattage, if you're not into getting the heat out of it. If you're after a cool vape, you probably don't want something like that, because that's crazy. I've actually hit that thing at 300 watts and you get a pretty hot vape off that bad boy, and you get a lot of cloudage. Obviously you open up the airflow to get clouds, close it off to get more flavour, and you get a ton of flavour off that thing. So it's a pretty good tank. I like that one. And those smoke coils are good. Those ones, again, the way you do those, like with this one here, I've got the TF-V12 Prince tank. This is an 8mm capacity. That's 7, this is 8. And you can see the difference. This one looks smaller. Only a little bit smaller, but still smaller. It's got the bubble glass. But yeah, the way you do these bigger ones, like this, is how I've been shown and how I've done it, is you get a shot glass. Get the coil upside down, put it in the shot glass, put the juice in until it's above the wick. See where the wicks are on the side, the lines, where the cotton is? Fill the juice up in the shot glass above the wicks, and then leave it there about 5 or 10 minutes. And what it'll do is it'll wick into the coil, and it'll juice it up. Once you've done that, install the coil into the tank, and then carefully from the shot glass, fill up your tank with the juice that's still in the shot glass. And then you leave it a little bit, and it's ready and it's good to go. See? So that one's the Prince tank too. So I've got a couple of tanks from them, the Baby Beast, the Cloud Beast King, and the TF-V12 Prince tank. And I've got one of my own resin tips on there, see, a nice little cool one. It matches the whole mod, look at that. I'll be doing a review on this mod down the road, so that's a mod that I'm going to be showing you. But that's another tank again. It's got the dual airflow again. This one's got the lock-in airflow. And on the top, this one's got a cool top fill though. It's got a button. So you push the button and you push it. And then you got your kidney slot right there, see that? Right down the bottom. So yeah, this one and it snaps clips, locks in place. But it's got a push button right here that you push in that locks it. That's a different way to set up the top. Most of their tanks, the smoke ones, they do that push down and turn, and it opens, and then you push it back and it kind of locks itself in place. This one's a push button and turn, so it's actually got a snap lock. So there's a couple of subohm tanks for you. One more, you're really into them and you really like them. This one is one of my favorites. This one I really like. I picked this up a little bit ago here from a friend of mine. This tank right here, this is the Cleito 120. It's an Aspire tank, right? Now this one's got a wattage range of, what was it again? It's 90 to 120. So it's a higher wattage range tank with the coils, the Cleito coil. But it vapes really nice. Like it's a really nice vapor, a really nice tank. The airflow is good, dual airflow again on it. The problem is this one don't have a lock on it again on the airflow. So it's either, you know, you've got to watch how you open it. Once it's set, it don't move really. But yeah, that's the only flaw. It doesn't have a lock on the airflow. But whatever you set the airflow on the one side, it goes on the other. And the way this one is, it's top fill. But this don't come off in one piece, it's an off screw. You have to unscrew the top, yeah? So you like that. So you unscrew that top. Oh, on my hands are a bit loose. But yeah, so you unscrew the top. When you unscrew the top, you fill it. There's a kidney slot right in there. See right there? Trying to do it without tipping the juice out. But yeah, there's a kidney slot right there. So yeah, this is the tank, and then that's the drip tip. Comes as a complete set with a gasket underneath. It's got the gasket, you see all the gooey juice on there from the tank. But yeah, the best way to put these ones on that screws head on is twist it back so it snaps. You feel it drop down, and then screw it on. Because the last thing you want to do is cross thread that. Because you cross thread that, there isn't a spare one in the kit with that tank. So you're done. Once that's done, the tank's done. It's time for a new one. So be careful. So this one you've got to be careful with that top there. But the vapor flow is unreal. The flavour is amazing. And the flavour I'm running in that, just to let you know, is I've got a couple of flavours in there. I've mixed up the angel cake, really nice in there, and I wanted a bit of fruity flavour in there. So I'm using some of the lemon tart, lemon pie stuff. And you only put like a drip of the lemon in, like you put angel cake, a bit of lemon, and then the rest angel cake, and you'll get that lemon tang through the whole tank. And it's not too much, it's just that little bit of just that little poof, what you need in there. But as you see, the vapor is amazing, the flavour is great on that one. But with saying that, I've done those two, and I've got another bottle somewhere. I've got a bottle of what's called the One, right here, 2 seconds. Oh, there we go. This one right here. So, by Bearded Vape, I think it's called. And I've got this one called the One. And it's got like strawberries and cereal, donut and milk. You're going to go, damn Mark, that's got to be gross. They've mixed that together. And that is a great juice. That is one of my tops. You want to hear about a good juice? Give this one a shot. The One, Bearded Vape. I've been picking up my juices recently from Gas City Vapes. Good old guys up in the Medicine Hat there, just up the road. Just ordered myself some more juice from them guys. I got some more of that stuff coming because I'm pretty much out of that stuff. But why I mentioned that too is because when I told you about mixing these two together, I was wanting like a lemon cake one, right? Well, evidently Bearded Vape does that. I ordered this one, but they have another one called lemon or something. It's just called lemon cake. And that's exactly what it is it's like a lemon cake, a sponge cake with the lemon flavour and that in it. So I've ordered that through, so I'll give you guys a heads up on that when it's here and I've figured out what's going on with that, alright? But so that's a little rundown of a bit of juice too, just to break it up a little bit, alright? So now let's get on to some a bit trickier. So we're going to go to a basic deck. So this one is by Toby or Tobin or whatever the hell he is. Tobin, see right there. See if I can get that in shot right there. Tobin mods. It's just a basic simple little one with a tiny little chuff cap. But the thing that's cool about it is you got the little drip tip there, the little 510. But then the top here, it all comes apart. So you got the top that comes apart, and then from there you get the top comes apart, so you can get to your deck. You can drip in, like that's how you take it apart to drip it. This is like a dripper Rdta. You know, it's got a regular 510 screw thread with the insulation around it. And I'm sure you could, in fact no, I don't think you can. No, it's got nowhere to put a squonk pin in that, so it's just a basic dual coil Rdta. It's just a cheap generic one, but the top comes off so you can get to it to drip it down inside. And then from there you can even take the bottom off. The bottom comes off. It's got the dual airflow from the two sides. It's got 3 dots on either side to adjust it to what flavour you want, and it's got 3 posts. See how I've got those twisted coils in there right now? And the thing I don't like is it's tricky to get the airflow on this. As you see by the deck, this is just like a cheap deck. It's not very much like a $20 dripper, I call it, a dripper Rdta. You put a couple of coils in there, but they're kind of angled if you look. It's kind of weird how the deck's built. And then when you try and put the top cap on, it kind of don't fit quite right where you want to line up the airflow. So it's a bit of a playing around, but as a beginner, if you want to go, you know, when you've gone from the subohms and you want to go into building on your own stuff, this might be a cool kind of way to start. Just buy a couple of cheap $20 goblins, or like Toby, Tobos, whatever the hell he's called. Get one of them and just play around with it. You know, another one here is by a bit better quality. This is by a little boy. See, right there. And this one is that one there was a dual coil only. You can't put a single build in it. You have to put a double in it, and that's it. This one can be a double or a single. Again, you get the top cap comes off, the chuff cap, and then you take the deck out. It's a 3-poster again. See, right there. It's got better airflow. See the chamber right there, so you can set it up nice. And with this one, why I say it's dual or single, is because if you look at the cap, see how it's got the 3 slot holes? So you either line it up with that one and that one, which gives you the dual post configuration, or you line it up with just that one, whichever side you've got the coil on, and that will give you a single build. Okay? So that's the way that one is. So that's a double or a single build, that one. So that's a bit more advanced. So depending on what you want on that. Then quickly on to another one here. I'm not going to go too many guys here, but you go from there. In fact, I've got one more. So you've got those 3 there, and then you go to an advanced one, the Tsunami tank. See, I'm running that on the Tesla right now. That's the Tsunami tank. The cool thing about these is now these are a bit more money. You know, those ones there were about 20, 25 bucks. This one, it's running about $45 to $50 for this tank, for this Rdta. But it's got, when it comes in the box, it comes with 3 drip tips, like caps, chuff caps. And it comes with this cone-shaped one that helps to airflow, to go into your mouth better. It comes with a flatter one, and it comes with a different style. I'm not too sure what it is, but they all screw. See how that's screwing on there? Most of them just slot on, but this one don't. It screws in tight. See, so you unscrew that one to get it off. See? Right there. And then this one again is either a dual build or a single build. And I'm in there right now. I've got a couple of Claptons in there, juicing up. See, rocking it. So yeah, again, it's got the on the bottom of the tank, you see the 3 slots. So you line up the 2, because I've got a dual build. So I line up the 2 like that, and I say okay, put them directly in front of where my my air slots are, and then you can twist it to open or close them a bit more, however you want. And that one in there, wow. What am I running that one, you're going to ask me? Hey Mark, what are you running that one? Thanks for asking. So what I'm running in this one, so that's the Tsunami tank. That's a bad boy, about 45, 50 bucks. So that's going up in the price range. It's more of a higher end tank, a good tank. Good flavour when you put the stuff in. It works really well. It vapes really well. It's well worth it, that one. So when you're into building and you want a good tank, look for that one. There's another one I'm going to show you quickly too, that's another good one. But what I'm vaping in that anyway, getting back to the story. DIY juice, some green apple. See, I only did that just a couple of days ago there. When was that? I did that on the 11th of April. I made that one. So it's still steeping right now, still getting itself, but it's DIY juice from Liquid Barn. Shout out to them guys again. Good guys, Liquid Barn. Pick up your whole DIY kit from your lab works, from your syringes, your gloves, all your stickers, and you get your PGVG. And if you're in Canada, you can't get your nicotine from them because they won't bring it across the border. But you can get your nicotine from a company here. I think it's E-Liquids or something like that, or E-Cigs or Cig Liquids or something like that. I'm not too sure. But that's where I got it from. I got it from Canada, my nicotine. But the rest of the kit I got from them, and I got a flavour pack. It's a little pack with little concentrated 10ml bottles. And obviously you do your workout, you find an app online on your phone, an e-liquid app, you put all your measurements in or your criteria, what you want, PG, VG levels and that, and it gives you that. I'll bring that up a bit later on another video. I'll bring a few more juices. I've made some, created some. Bring some recipes to you of what I've tried and what I'm doing. Alright. So that's the Tsunami tank. Again, dual coil, single coil, whatever you want on that one. Look that one up. The other one I was going to say was a good end one. I'll show you this one. I like this one, and then I'll show you the difference between one that I'm not too sure of. Or, no, I'll go the other way. So I've got this one here. This is an Rdta, and it's a dripper, a squonker, it's everything. You can do a single build, double build, mesh build. Yes, mesh. It's by Vandy Vape. Now, this one, I like the deck. It's a flat deck, postless deck it's called. The screws are on the bottom, so you unscrew the screws, it moves the slide over, you put your coil in, over across and over across, tighten them down and line them up, and away you go. Right, the squonk pin goes in the middle there, as you can see. Alright, so yeah, it's a great deck, really nice, easy to build on, no problem. Build a single coil, big bad boy in the middle, build double coil, or you can even put mesh in, see, right across. That's what it's meant for. It's got the dual airflow slots, so it's a dual build kind of thing really. Because if you put a single in, then it's the airflow is going to come right through. You can do it, but you're going to get a lot of airflow from a single build. Or you can do a mesh, and I've done mesh. The cons that I don't like about this one is there's no deck, there's no juice well. So when you're squonking this, you got to be careful. When you're mesh building it and you've got a lot of cotton in here, you got to watch. You're going to barely have any juice in here, because if you do, it's going to come out. Because if you see where the airflow is, when the airflow is down on it, it's not right down, but if you squonk too much, it's going to come out of the juice and it's going to juice everywhere. It's going to make a mess. It'll be a messy, messy, messy tank, that one. And that price point on that one is about 50 bucks Canadian, right? Why I said I was going to show you this one instead of the other one first is because there's cons on that one. There's no deck, no juice well. So if you're dripping, you got to be careful. You got to wet it, but just enough. So you got to be more precise with this one. But changing that up, going from that one quickly to another one, very similar. But this one's Digiflavors. Now I've spoke to these guys. I've told them how happy I am with this one. Again, this one's got a wider chuff cap, lower profile. This one's a larger, like in height, but it's a bit narrower in the diameter. See, so it's a bit narrower. But again, it doesn't do a bad deal. It's really nice, fits in good. They have this nice little ridges around the top to change the airflow around and stuff, the way you want it, you know, and to be able to get the top off. And this one has the nice little holes, airflow holes. It's got like 8 on each side. Again, this has got the same stuff as what the other guys have. Digiflavor have done better with theirs though, because you can do the single build, double build, mesh build. But the benefit of this one, let me just have a vape on it a sec. The best thing about these guys, I've got some Claptons running in there with a lot of wick, look. See that, how wet it is? You know why? They've got an 8mm juice well. So you can pack this, you can squonk the crap out of this. You can turn around and put a mesh in here, big gob of cotton, juice the crap out of it. You got plenty of space to keep the juice in there if it doesn't disappear. You know, if it doesn't go back in the squonk bottle, say, or you drip on this, say you're doing a dripper instead of on a squonker. I'm on a squonker right now, but if you're not on a squonker, it'll stay in there. You got 8 mil juice capacity, and with where the airflow is, it's up high, so you can squonk the crap out of this quite a bit. I've covered the coils in here with juice, and it still hasn't come out the air holes. So there's no cons to this one, I don't feel. With this one, I'd prefer this over that one. Again, price point $50 Canadian. Same as the other one, but again, both of them come with extra tips. They come with the mesh inside of the box, you know, different styles of mesh you can build with. Come with your little baggy of bits, your screwdriver and whatnot. Not going to go into all that, I'm talking about the tank. But that's what these are, right? Compared to this, that one, the Vandy Vape, this one's better. The Vandy Vape one, it's great, it's postless, but the problem is, it's got no juice well. This one's classed as a postless again. It's more of a raised deck, just so you can get the squonk pin in there easier, so you can squonk it. Obviously, because it's got a juice well. That's why it's raised a bit more. More pros to that than negatives, right? So that's that one too. So just a rundown of that, you know, so there's a few sub-ohms. There's a few RDAs, drippers, mesh builders. I'll show you a quick one before we run off this, because I'm running way too long on this crap. You're not going to like this. This is what you call an Rdta, to rebuildable tank atomizer. So what that means is you've got your top cap again here, right? That's on the top, comes in, your deck's underneath. Airflows are way up high, which is good. 3 slots on either side to move it around. It's a dual post build. But the difference is it's got the tank on the bottom. So you build your deck up here, see, like that. It's on a flat posted build, see, the post is in the middle. So you've got all that, so you put your build up there, and then you got the holes on either side here, all the way around. And what you do is you wick it, you put your wick through, and then you drop it down. You make sure your wick comes down into here. Make tails that come all the way down to the bottom of your tank. It's only a 2 mil tank. If you don't put your wick down, then obviously the juice won't wick up into your coils. So you've got to make sure your wick comes all the way down to the bottom of the tank, and all the way around, so it wicks up properly. Right, so it's a 2 mil tank, but it is a nice tank. This is a coil art, and it vapes nice, as again it's only 2 mil, but again that's a good starter one for you. That's in about the $20 to $30 range Canadian, somewhere in there. It's not too much money. Good brand, good name, works well. Put some good coils in it. Your coil resistance range, you want to be in no less than about 0.15, and you don't want to be any higher than like 0.18. If you're in that range, then it should be pretty easy to get a decent vape out of it, you know. So obviously, you know, you need a resistance meter that tells you what your resistance is, what you're running at. You want one of these if you're going to be building coils. But we'll go into all that a bit more down the road. I'll show you a bit of gear and building on stuff. This was more about tanks, you know, and showing you a bit about mods that I'm running, right? Obviously you know about the Dove Pro one I'm running. I like that one, potentiometer. But yeah, this has run on long enough, guys. If I've missed anything or I haven't run onto anything, I'll tell you quickly, like I was showing you a bit earlier. I did that resin. I picked up a couple of those little resin tips. See how they're little curved ones? Better airflow, and again cooler. So when you're running higher wattage tanks, it's advisable to get either this style that basically gives you better hit, because obviously the airflow's channeled up, comes in a lot better, or you can just buy a regular resin one. But as long as you buy these resin style, they're a lot cooler when you're vaping on it. So if you're vaping quite a bit, it's not going to get as hot as a regular drip tip. Okay, so with that being said, I'm going to get off here because I've spent way too much time chit-chatting, talking your fucking ears off. Alright, this one's probably got way too long. People are only going to watch about half of it and go, fucking hell Mark, you talk too much. So with that being said, always remember guys, any questions, comments, like, subscribe, hit the bell to come back and watch some more videos. I'm going to try and get a few more videos out. But leave some comments of what you'd like to see. Appreciate the guys that mention this with what you want me to review. That's what I want. I want you guys to comment, because I can lead off and I can start reviewing stuff that I want to. I can ramble on all fucking night. It don't matter. I'm trying to get comfortable with you guys as to what you want to see. You know, I'm doing vapes here, and then I'm doing watch reviews as well. I am Groot. Yeah, I'll show you some more of them as they're coming down the road. I like to show them as I'm vaping and watching, and all the rest of the watching and vaping and everything else that's going on. So if you like this video, hit the like button and let me know you liked it. You know, let me know that you care. Alright guys, remember, there's always time with vaping.
It's been an honor serving with you all. Autobots, vape on!